the roll of washed-up kelp and the ocean. A place that's neither sea nor land. The laird cannot own it. So this will be our church now. Let these hills be our walls. The blue skies that rest on their tops, our vault. Amen.
The men in yon forest, they're asking me how many wild strawberries grow in the salt sea. And I answer them back with a tear in my eye. How many ships sail in the forest?
Aha! Thomas, don't shoot.
Why?
It's a raven.
I thought it a buzzard.
A buzzard?
Well, in this mist.
Listen.
I'll be bringing some misfortune upon us if I kill a raven. Is that it, Angus?
Watch it. It'll lead us to the deer.
There. A hind.
What did I tell you?
Steady now, my sweet. That's it. Sniff the air. And... she's a fine beast.
Aye. And you made a clean shot this time. There. Now we'll leave that for our guide to enjoy. Now, let's see.
There's a scent of snow.
You stamped us such a dance through the mist maze. This way and that, as always.
You don't know where we are?
I'd normally place myself by the ben, rising above one shoulder, the twin teeth of the Scours on the other.
But with the smur sunk around us, and the night will have us soon.
Let's get you moving. We'll try and find the pass. Up a bit, I'd say. We'll know it by the bothy. Then we can follow the mine road down to the village. We'll rest here.
Thank God. Is that smoke from the chimney?
Aye. And there's a banquet spread for us inside. It's a bothy, Thomas. But at least we can get out of this for a while.
What a strange light.
We've one foot in the day and one in the night.
I meant the lamp glimmer from the windows.
It's your tiredness giving you the visions.
Well, look. Do you see?
Aye.
Well, shall we go in?
Haste yourself with that door before the whole world blows in. Your wet things can hang there, and you might as well sit right down at the table, for the food's ready.
Thank you, madam. You kept quiet about this. Is she a relative?
No.
There.
Ah, steaming pot, there's a welcome sight.
Honey underground, silver weed of spring, honey and condiment, whisked whey of summer, honey and fruitage, carrot of autumn, honey and crunching, nuts of winter.
Silverweed root.
Familiar to your friend here when the potatoes fail. Oh, look at that hunger on him. It'll not be what you're used to in the big house with your wheaten bread and whiskey.
Our first.
Though one of you dwells on trimmed lawns by the shore and one burrows out a home with the ants in the forest, it's hard to say which is the freer when you're up here, eh?
A banquet just as you promised, Angus.
Oh, if it's wine you're wanting, you should have come calling in another 2 nights on St. Finnan's.
Oh?
The longest, darkest.
You carry up wine?
The spring named for St. Finnan is just 50 paces away.
So...
Some say it turns to wine that night.
Claret or puet fumé. Is that the burn that runs down to the River Pollicans?
Aye. We used to girdle there.
Mind the time you were determined you had your hand on a trout under a stone
Maybe.
and pulled out a frog.
There's only so much a university in Paris can teach, eh?
I was about 6 years old then, was I not?
So you were.
Aye, it's a fine, dark, fast burn. A good burn for a drowning. Water to water, for good or ill. If the sea doesn't get you, the river will. Isn't that what you sang as children?
Did we?
Would you take the pail to the spring?
Oh, you'd like water?
You're not afraid?
Of getting wet again?
Ah, it's your father's hill.
Within his garden walls?
Your own to inherit?
Well, in due course.
Like your church by the river,
That's God's house.
but standing empty.
Not empty, no. We're thinking of getting the land above it under control, actually.
I suppose the factor attends, with a pew to
It needs
himself,
drained, trenched
behind
and limed,
your
then-
family, sitting alone and shivering at the front. Is that right, young Angus?
Same as 149 other churches that stand empty hereabouts.
Salt, I heard, has been sown between gate and door to keep the path looking trodden. If your family can salt the land, will you also be manuring the sea?
Aye, well, there's an idea. We'll teach the cockles to grow fat.
So, what do you think of the awakening?
Awakening.
The throngs broken from your church?
They relish fresh air, that's all.
Oh, come.
They rejoice in shackling themselves further to suffering.
Shouldn't a minister be chosen by his people?
Isn't it a noble sacrifice? At least for the minister, who's lost his home.
They've made themselves martyrs over a matter as weighty as a grain of sand. And as for the ministers, all 480 of them, are self-imposed exiles.
These are his father's words, by the way.
Worshippers in hundreds, I hear, gather on the shore like bees drawn to the honeysuckle. Do you not fear them swarming?
Fortunately, madam, it is the wrong season.
Oh, you should go along for the spectacle.
Oh?
They'll walk up to 20 miles in their bare feet, don stockings just before the minister catches sight of them. You'll see grown men choking on their words, each limb quivering like leaves in the wind, tears showering from their eyes, not even caring that they have to wring the rainwater from their clothes.
Their hearts are uplifted by the love of God.
A tempest.
Make it sound like theatre.
But it's not always comedy. Is that not right, Angus? When winter's claw swipes at the weak.
Did you want me to fetch water?
You're keen to stretch your legs.
Where is the spring exactly?
Your friend's mother, after hearing out a 4-hour sermon, wind-rattled and drenched on the shore, breathed her final amen, didn't she? Some say it's the laird set loose the river of tears, not the potato blight.
We'd be too early for catching a pail of claret anyway.
Aye. And I've had enough water for one day, Angus.
Just two men, after all, when your boat hangs on the wave over the sea's dark gulf, or you're running high on the hill with the deer. The funeral processions used to come this way, over the pass. I'd watch the men visit the spring to leave nuggets of white quartz. Then they plunged on down to sail their dead across Loch Shiel for burial on St. Finan's Isle.
I thought they stopped doing that years ago.
Hundreds.
Madam, your appearance belies your age.
I was here when the devil laid his toenails between layers of rock.
Is this a riddle?
Listen to that wind.
How long from here, Angus?
It would still take 2 hours, and with that deer to carry.
Ah? Did the wee folk ride on the deer's carcass, weighting it down?
Dear lady, you are teasing us.
Of course, I could give you some winds.
Kinder ones.
When I say give,
Yeah, your years have sharpened your wit.
the first will come gently.
That sounds good.
The second will come better.
You'd give us a full press of sail. Enough for a regatta.
But the third would be hardship. Tearing off the roofs of houses, blowing the hillocks out of their place, ripping heather from the hill.
We shan't want that one.
Then just leave that knot tied.
A knot.
You've a thread about you?
Well, I can pull one from my shirt and... Here.
Thomas, I can't even offer a potato.
A potato?
To pay for it.
She wants paying.
The first. Come gently.
You want paying?
The second. Come better.
I've no coins with me.
But you've something else of value.
Of course. You shall have the venison in return for your great hospitality.
And the third. The hardship. The deer is yours to give, Master Thomas.
Aye.
Have you never heard what they say? A wand from the wood, taken at will, a fish from the stream, a deer from the hill. Angus?
Why grows this gap twixt cot and hall? These three are rights God gave to all.
But now the meat's yours.
So, we have a contract. Here's your part.
Cook the meat with juniper berries, I'd suggest. A drop of that St. Finnan's wine, not a terroir I've sampled, mind.
Perhaps I'll take care of that for you.
Angus, you have been compass and helm on all our hunting and fishing trips, but taking charge of a bit of thread...
It's no plaything.
But then I'll use it to clean between my teeth, like this.
Thomas.
Or shall I release the first knot so we can go home with the night turned fair?
Not now.
I wasn't serious.
There's bracken mattresses laid over there.
Delightful. Oh, I could sleep for a week.
Would it be the unburdened rest of the three?
Good morning, Thomas.
Morning. Has she gone then?
Aye. She left this for us. Here.
Ah, thanks. She seemed to know a lot about me. And you. You still say you didn't know her?
Not exactly.
She makes good oatmeal.
She's taken the venison.
How on earth did she carry that?
You did give it to her.
True enough. The wind's dropped then.
I released the first knot while you were sleeping.
The dark luck's so late I'm dead to these mornings.
As I said, I released the knot.
Come gently, O hanging thread of my sleeve, and make the sun shine.
And it has.
Where's the thread?
On the table where you left it.
And how sweet that the wind obeyed you.
You'll pocket it.
Oh, I paid for it, remember?
If you consider the deer your own.
I was proud of that shot. Clean, as you said.
I'll go direct to the forest from here, as there's no meat to carry.
Of course. Home will be calling. And I know my way to the shore in daylight.
I'll bring the milk to the estate office later.
You'll be wanting one of these threads to set all your wee brothers and sisters to help you.
I'd as well bid the ocean.
How are things, Angus?
Since...
Aye. May God make grace on your mother.
Well... Elizabeth and I, because we're the oldest, I suppose, we worry about Father's health now. We've still the wolf month to get him through, even once the year's turned.
It's a vicious time.
He's weak with the grief. And it makes him the more determined to worship, and not only on the Sabbath.
Those miles to and fro the bay are long for an old man.
That, and the hours outside, in whatever kind of house the sea and sky makes for us.
You've chosen a harsh course.
Thomas, have I ever asked you for help?
Advice? The best lure for a salmon, perhaps I'm not your man, but the right wine to take with it. A good burgundy, silky and strawberry.
Would you not ask your father to sell us some land on which to build our own church?
You know that he said he won't.
It's not just my own. There are others elderly and sick.
Come back to the church by the river. It's been extended, there's space.
The length and breadth of the straths and glens. But if the church is to be free, it has to be independent of the landowner.
If you wish to be free, Angus, you'd look elsewhere for opportunity.
It's this land I'm hefted to.
Your patch of gravel raked up between the oak and the hazel.
Why are you so determined to furrow rock? There's land elsewhere with less rain and more sun. There's new industries in Lanark, shipbuilding in the Clyde. You've had an education. You could earn enough for all your family to eat more than pots of limpets and silverware.
I meant freedom for the people of God, to choose their own minister.
And I meant freedom from the poverty of your lives, the ambush of the potato blight. You've seen how my father's providing relief, doing what he can to give men work on the road building. But we can't look after everyone. We're overstretched ourselves.
So you won't ask him?
You're afraid to ask yourself?
To ask?
You've your own mouth.
A fish to a forest. How would that be if the whole shoal swam through? Minister. Grand day.
After the deluge, Angus, you'll see the Bredalbin's been in with the oatmeal.
The water provides more than the land these days.
Yeah, so it does. A miracle what it brings into us.
And where it might bring us to?
Oh?
Just talk.
Of?
Easier places to eat, some say, beyond these hills.
But would they feed our spirit, Angus?
I came down from the past this morning, the depth of sea anchoring me below, the earth stable under my feet, the firmness of the rock above.
And the peaks a-glitter today with snow. Here. That is the sack for your own family.
That'll ease us.
And keep you grounded, I hope. Here's your sister.
Grand day, Minister.
Elizabeth, how's yourself? You've a ripe look to your cheeks.
Winter biting at them is all. You'll be catching your day by its tail, Angus.
Doing my best.
You've come from your father, How is he?
Oh, he's a terrible cold on him.
I'll hurry on if you'll excuse me, but Elizabeth, we need to decide for tomorrow, the Sabbath. Is he up to the walk?
His passion's stronger than his lungs.
Quite.
Perhaps you could let the day decide, if it's quiet like this.
It will be, and we'll get him home before dusk drops in the afternoon.
If you think so. I'll get on. To the big house.
Angus, you'll be seeing Master Thomas?
Aye.
I would be grateful if you can make our case.
Well,
His father seems determined to keep us houseless.
I've heard of one parish that's meeting in an old granary store.
With rats to swell the congregation, no doubt. We deserve a new building.
I have tried.
You'll ask again, Angus.
You think it's my place?
With your father under the open canopy of heaven.
Oh, you're such firm friends, always have been.
He's a man, whatever his position, the same as you are.
A kind man, a good man.
When did he become such a red fruit in winter?
What's with you?
Perhaps you should ask him.
Don't be daft.
In no time he'll be laird.
And still a friend.
Perhaps.
But I know it'll be a strained line, but it's a rare thing you have, such a friendship.
As you like. I will, of course, Minister. I'll do my best.
And take William Johnson onto the road building team. Father saw the condition of his children this morning.
It's done.
Angus! You've been quick up the glen and back. Did the mad old woman lend you her wings?
The milk's in the dairy, Master Thomas.
Good man. How's your father today?
Neither for life nor against it.
I see.
Were you able yet to speak to yours?
You'll know, Angus, there are many urgencies on an estate this size.
Of course.
The men in yon forest, they're asking me how many wild strawberries grow in the salt sea. And I answer them back with a tear in my eye. How many ships sail in the forest?
We're blessed with a fine day. So close to the darkest night, Daddy.
Oh, would you look at that?
Aye. The whole bay's wrapped with people. Oh, watch your feet over that slippery kelp.
The sun's barely skimming the peaks.
Exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills.
Here.
And when under the whole heaven.
This rock. Your feet will be a little in the wash of the tide, but at least you can sit.
In the presence of the Lord.
There's no shame to it after such a walk. Let's tuck this blanket around you. Are you warm enough, Daddy?
Daddy.
The blues got sucked right out of the sky and into his face.
Substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground.
Put my shawl over your head.
Look at it now. To the west. Loch and sky, a strip of dark violet.
I'm rushing this way.
We should go.
And Noah only remained alive.
Have you got this other elbow,
Aye.
Elizabeth?
Come on, onto the road with you.
No, I can't. Not another step.
We'll have to let him rest, Angus.
He needs to get by a fire. Take something hot.
Oh, Daddy.
Whoa!
Thomas!
Good Lord! Quick, bring him up here. We'll get him home. Is there any way I can help?
I'll build up the fire for him once I've chopped the sticks. You've done enough, Thomas.
Me?
To help, I mean. He's out of danger now. Stay and take a brew.
I'll get on. By the way, I did speak to my father.
Thank you.
He's concerned about your family, just as I am. He's suggested... You do know there'll be a ship sailing for the New World in March.
A ship?
The Albion.
We've always been punctual with the rent, have we not?
I mean, nothing forced. The MacDonalds, they chose to go. They have fertile land and work.
As I said before, it's these hills hold me.
The hills lock us in. They keep the loch calm, us secure, but you know. That map that you keep on the wall in there shows it. The water leads out to the Sound of Mull and beyond west to the Atlantic.
I did go to school.
So why do you only see steep stone and dark ravines?
He said no, then.
Not exactly.
Oh?
There's some land a little way up the glen, you'll know it.
Where?
Where the meadow sweeps up under the great oak.
Aye.
It would at least be more sheltered than the beach.
We'd remain in the elements.
He's not prepared to allow a free church to be built.
Not a single inch of his land.
I don't...
You'll stick like a limpet, then. While the majority are to save our souls by taking to the water.
It would be better, wouldn't it?
Better. For our troubles to happen in a land beyond his eye.
You're misunderstanding me.
You think I haven't heard of other estates where crofters have been moved on because their smoke-filled huts block the free run of the sheep?
You know that is not his intention. Our intention... Come on, Angus. Look sideways at the problem. Use your imagination. I want to help. And it is partly our responsibility, but...
We've always looked after ourselves. It's for us to decide what's best.
So it is.
Well, thank you again, Thomas.
I'll just take a minute inside, say my goodbyes.
Father's sleeping, I think.
A quick word with Elizabeth, then.
Oh?
Perhaps she'd like me to bring some broth from the house.
You had time for a brew after all.
She's a bright lassie. Angus, what I meant earlier was... It would be better for your congregation at the other place by the oak.
Aye, well, maybe for now it would be an improvement.
The branches would at least spread a roof against the rain.
Up you go. I've got his head. It came out of nowhere, that squall today.
So it did. Well, I'm away. Angus, I've got the reins now. What is it?
I'd like to see the thread.
What thread?
You know.
The old woman's? I've no idea.
Still in that pocket.
I'll pull you another from a shirt if you like. Here.
I'm serious.
I'll even knot it to give a summer's day tomorrow.
Try your pocket.
Is this it?
One knot.
And?
When did you lose the second?
Come on,
It was
Angus.
this morning, wasn't it?
No.
To make the storm.
It was hours before yesterday, probably. I was just idling with it in my
Trying
pocket.
to blow us off your land.
Come on, Angus. She was just a silly old woman who wanted my venison.
And you made a contract with her.
You can't believe that.
And you can't see the result of your idling.
What?
If you're so sure, give it to me then.
Here. What would I want with it anyway?
The men in yon forest, they're asking me how many wild strawberries grow in the salt sea. And I answer them back with a tear in my eye. How many ships sail in the forest?
I think he'll be fine after another day's race.
It's next month and the one after that weighs on me.
After tonight, don't forget, the days stretch towards St. Bride's. Once the raven starts to nest, the worst is behind.
It's more than the raven's help we need.
Oh, how so gloomy today.
How so bright?
I just meant that when the lighter days come, maybe we can open our hearts to some new ideas.
Meaning?
Let's say a carol as we go, eh? Before we get to the village. This night is the long night. Hurravee-haw-hoo.
This night is born to us the root of our joy.
Hurravee-haw-hoo. This night gleamed the sun of the mountains high.
Hurravee-haw-hoo.
This night is the long night. Grand day, Master Thomas.
Morning, Elizabeth. Angus, pass me that basket, will you?
Here.
You're away fishing.
Well, look at the invitation. The young fry will be surfacing, eh, Angus?
The day has the calm of birds.
I see you've your fishing rod. Pass it in.
Angus?
Got it. I'll jump in yourself and I'll push us out.
I have to get back to Father.
How is he?
No better than to be expected.
He's a great deal better this morning. We're very grateful for your help, aren't we, Angus?
If there was any rescue, it wasn't by a mortal hand.
Angus?
I'm away while there's still some daylight.
Go on. I can see to Daddy.
No.
Well, you can't let Master Thomas go alone.
I'll be fine. The water's always meek with me.
I think you were right, Master Thomas. What you said yesterday about my brother's short-sightedness.
What's this?
Oh, we were speaking of the opportunities elsewhere and
So that was your tete-a-tete.
My what?
He's not taught you the French yet, then? Though he's charmed you into believing in the justice of our eviction.
Eviction?
Of sailing us off somewhere, out of sight of him and his father.
Oh, you're being ridiculous. And now you're letting him go alone?
Aye.
Look at him. He's hardly an oarsman.
The water has him.
And what is you?
You care more for your fancy man now than for your family and the village. Is that it?
Fancy man?
You think I didn't realise you turned your eye to him?
You're serious?
And I'm stupid, am I? Short-sighted.
Well, of course you are. The laird's son. Have you not noticed that I'm a crofter's daughter? Well then?
Sometimes love...
Love? I hope you have not suggested anything of the sort to Master Thomas. We can never be his equals.
Not even on hill or sea.
Angus. What's that? What are you doing with that thread?
Let's see. There.
What?
Watch.
Watch for what?
Now perhaps we'll see how long a limpet can cling to a rock.
What do you mean?
Watch him.
Look, he's way down the loch now, despite his circling.
Well,
You've lost me. I've work to do.
perhaps it was nonsense after all.
Oh! My bonnet!
Huh?
Oh, look at the boat! And the thatch of that house torn off! Come on, Angus. Shelter!
Blowing the hillocks out of their place, ripping the heather from the hill. Hang on to me, Elizabeth.
Hell! Mountains at sea! Oh, Angus! Why did I always let you row? Aye, very funny! Right to shore, not even a fish now if I can turn that. Oh, no! Oh, come back! Oh, no oars! Angus's roar just as a rudder.
Water, water, for good or ill.
What?
Look at it. Oh, and the water falls upright from the hills.
There's surprises in this storm.
Sea and sky upended, heaven and earth. His boat, look, tossed like chaff. Oh, you have always been his protector.
And never considered his equal.
Friend become enemy.
An impossible friendship, as you said.
From Bernie's.
Who's evicted our church people to be lashed by the skies? Who gets fat on our milk while we eat grass? And I, apparently, am just a fool.
Your foolishness, he said, was in not recognising it should be yourself to lead us towards solutions.
Onto a ship.
Towards security for your own church, for our lives.
Out of his sight and far away.
No, right here, as we're determined to say. You've the skill and the mind for it, he said. But shut from using your imagination.
In all the dream time I have between the animals, the scratching at the land.
Maybe he's afraid of what might happen if so many are so poor and so rudderless.
And he thinks that he himself, a man just, can keep the elements in their place.
He's lost without you.
He's taken the best boat.
Look at it.
It still floats.
God help him. I myself will sit down at the hill. It is God's own Son who will give me guidance, as he gave to Columba the Mild.
Water, water, for good or ill.
Where?
Is it wise to stop bailing with bilge water up to the thwarts?
Oh, it keeps coming! It keeps coming!
You'll be getting wet now, Master Thomas.
Madness!
Plenty water for a drowning.
Not drowning!
Is the sea his own as well?
Who?
Your father? Does he own the sea as well as the land?
What?
From the ptarmigan's high perch down to the shellfish of the deep.
Oh!
So you're safe, quite safe.
Save me!
Your soul going down, down with the shellfish of the deep.
Elizabeth,
Aye.
I cannot see well. Can you make out the boat still?
It's disappeared.
Disappeared.
Gone.
Are you sure?
No. There it is. A speck between the peaks.
And the man?
Aye. Arms gripped on the gunnels.
No oars then.
Nothing. No helm.
Oh, God.
Save him, and shield, and sanctify him. Be thou, King of the elements, seated at his helm, and lead him in peace to the end of his journey.
Night's drawing near.
I am going home with thee! To thy home! To thy home!
Night's close. The two halves of the year will meet.
I am going home with thee! To thy home of winter!
Here's a chance, an opening, in the in-between, an overturning perhaps.
I am going home with thee, to thy home, Thomas! Thomas! To thy home, to thine eternal bed, to thy perpetual sleep!
Thomas! Oh, you've got the gunner!
This is home!
Earthly home. Not him. Not yet. He maketh the storm a calm, so that the waves thereof are still. Here. Take my hand.
The men in yon forest, they're asking me how many wild strawberries grow in the salt sea. And I answer them back with a tear in my eye. How many ships sail in the forest?
Thomas, come in. Here, you'll not mind.
Thanks.
Are you a bit recovered?
I walked here
Why would you wish to do such a thing?
to feel that I could.
That's good, that you're able.
You do it often enough?
I could have given you a sack of oatmeal to carry.
I was burdened with this.
My fishing rod.
I came to return it.
It worked for you.
I barely got the chance to try it.
It worked for you. It's from the Wiccan tree.
Wiccan's a charm.
A protection, aye.
And that storm?
A bad one.
Out of nowhere.
Aye.
You thought I deserved to die.
I wasn't sure about the knot.
Just a silly old woman.
Aye.
I thought us friends.
It was-
And you sent me into that cauldron. I have never had to fear the elements before.
I've been afraid
The boat was leaping. A wind of knives and whips and voices.
Was it the voice of Christ the King?
A shrill, heartless winter wife.
What did she say?
Perhaps she was just in my head, I don't know. Who owns the sea, she asked. Does your father own the sea as well as the land?
And?
Of course he doesn't.
I am sorry, Thomas.
You came to my rescue.
I had to. I've been thinking about our hardship here and the ships you've spoken of.
Oh?
Saving souls by casting ourselves afloat.
You mean to leave?
Canada, is it?
Aye.
Canada.
Who would show me then when to loose the bullet? Which way the river flows?
You've all your schooling.
And still can't tell a trout from a frog.
We could think of it as an ark. Instead of animals, there'll be families aboard. Perhaps the minister will come. We'll have a church after all.
There's an idea. A church that floats.
Perhaps we'll drop anchor in the loch here, not leave at all.
Oh, now that it turns out my father doesn't own the sea.
We'll commission it from the shipyards you keep telling me of in the Clyde.
That's it.
A dream, just.
There's a huge flock of you now. A small contribution from each.
What manner of ship would it be?
Oh, flat-bottomed. Like a barge, almost.
We'd need room inside for at least 700.
Aye.
A pool pit at the bow.
Vestry one side.
Let me look at the map. How would she come? The Clyde, around the Mull of Kintyre, and to the Sound of Mull.
It's quite a journey.
A tug to pull her.
2.
Crowds would gather on every headland to see her sail in. They'd fire up the beacons on each hill.
It's night then.
A full moon will light her path.
A fair night.
It's summer.
None of your storms.
They'll watch from Ruamore, Another crowd at the old broch on Anshawn Hashtal. Then ruinry on Cav Island and farewell to the Isle of Mull at Ruin and Gowl.
It'll be a strange sight.
She threads her way through the Narrows into Sunert, by Oronsay, folk pouring from every croft, standing as silhouettes, the Morven and Ardna Free waving to each other across the water. She's arriving in the bay below the village, looking for anchorage. And here comes the pilot, rowing ashore.
Hey! Good journey!
Thanks be to the Lord, Minister.
Indeed. When the windows of heaven open now,
We'll be under a roof.
aye, Mr. Noah. The best anchorage is at the mouth of the river, shallow and a good soft purchase.
Under the Laird's windows.
It is a short distance to ferry worshippers from shore to ship and back. But what is your decision?
I think we'll leave him in peace.
Ah,
Around that headland, a mile west, there's a shallow bay. Bring her to anchor there.
They're flowing in like rivers, Angus.
Like herring shoaling.
Strings of folk on foot. Small boats from all the shores.
And the third service of the day.
That's imaginative. The fixed line out to her.
Secure, too.
I'm away to the one by the river, the quieter church.
Walking these days. What did your father say?
Unbelievable.
Of course.
And perhaps it's best
That he doesn't know your part in this.
better that it just came from yourselves.
Aye.
Look how low she's sitting in the water.
This minister's sunk her a good inch below yesterday's.
Who would have thought that 3 souls would weigh so much?
The men in yon forest, they're asking me how many wild strawberries grow in the salt sea. And I answer them back with a tear in my eye. How many ships sail in the forest?
In The 3 Knots by Linda Cracknell, you heard Finn Den Hertog, Robert Jack, Gerda Stevenson, Hannah Donaldson and Jimmy Chisholm. The director was Kirsty Williams.
You're listening to the Mysterious Magpie channel. Please subscribe.